Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today we're going to create 2 cards using 2 Spellbinders club kits. We're using the embossing folder of the month club kit for, I almost said April, for May 2023. And we're also going to be using the stamp and die of the month club kit for May 2023. The embossing folder is called Candles for Every Birthday. And then the clear stamp and die of the month club kit is called All About You Wishes. And there's just one image on here, but you can see here that the dies will cut out several images on here. And then there's some open spaces too where you could do some layering. We're going to jump in and do a little bit of heat embossing with our stamp set. I already have the stamp and both of the sentiments inside my that's my heat gun. I was like, is that my camera cord? But I already put my stamp inside along with my 2 sentiments, and I have a piece of BRISTOL smooth cardstock. The one that I use, let me show you, is this paper pad here. I'll link it down below. But if you have Zig clean color real brush markers, BRISTOL is truly the best when it comes to coloring, because it blends out beautifully. Okay, we're going to treat the paper with my anti-static powder tool, and then I'll go over my image along with my sentiments with my Versamark ink. We'll just ink this up. I'm going to go over my panel with gold embossing powder. I think gold is nice and festive for birthdays. When you can't see where you're stamping twice is always best, at least in my opinion. Okay, we'll put this off to the side. I'm going to bring in my gold embossing powder, and we'll go over the image and the sentiments. You can see the sentiments down here on the bottom. Tap off the excess, and I'll use, well, let me get a little bit more over here on this party hat. Okay, I'm going to go over my image and my sentiments with my heat gun. So there is my image. Now the dies, let's see, the dies will cut out both the sentiments, actually all 3 of the sentiments. It will cut out this flower here. And I'm thinking it's these flowers here. It will cut out the cupcake, the party hat, and the party hats are the same, and then also the present. So there's a lot to this one image stamp here. Now I mentioned Zig clean color brush markers. Let me just pull in here. The colors of Zig markers I'm going to use are very bright colors. I have the orange, the yellow. This is a light green. I have the 24 pack of Zig markers, so there's a few colors of green, but this is light. I have cobalt blue, I have pink, and then I have beige. So we're going to do a little bit of coloring. Now I'm going to actually create 2 of these panels, because one I want to die cut out and one I'm going to keep whole. In our die set, let me show you, there's 2 dies that will cut out the upper portion, and then one that will cut out the bottom portion. So I'm going to do one more. So I'll play some music while I color, and when I'm done coloring, I will be right back. Okay, pretty quick and easy coloring. This is the panel that I had created earlier. So I have some really bright colors. And I'm going to take a look at the coordinating dies. And then we're going to cut out both the images. We'll have to do one at a time. But I'll do, at least I'm hoping. It looks like I may have to color in another panel because I don't think I can cut out both at the same time. Maybe we can. We'll see. I'll cut one out and then we'll line up the rest of these elements here. I ran everything through my die cut machine. And this die cuts beautifully. Now I'm hoping I don't have to cut out another or color in another one with this one. So I'm going to line this up and run this through my die cut machine and we'll see. I may have to color in another one. But ideally I think I would like to be able to cut both of these out. I did do my sentiments here. So we have both sentiments. And on this panel, I couldn't die cut out the flowers at the same time. I'm going to do a second pass through with this flower because they were overlapping. So we'll just take this side and run this one through also. I cut out my second floral and also my second birthday cap. So that panel is all good. And then I did die cut this one. Let's see if it looks decent on the bottom. And I think I can get away with it. It's a little bit choppy down on the bottom. So if you do this card that I'm making today, you might want to do 3 panels. Basically 3 of these. So you can get that nice edge on the very bottom. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of embossing with my embossing folder. And I have the candles for every birthday. I'm going to emboss 2 panels, one with Bristol Smooth and another one on a panel that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I will be right back. The Bristol Smooth is just a little bit more of a vanilla color versus my card base, my regular cardstock. Okay, and I did do a stamp and emboss the last sentiment that says today is all about you, because this will fit beautifully in here. So I thought we needed another sentiment. So we just stamped and colored in everything today. Okay, we're going to do something special with this embossed panel with the birthday candles. And we're not going to get it perfect because it is embossed detail, but I'm going to use those same zig markers and I'm going to color in the flames. And then I'll spread it out here with my blending brush. Once this dries, I'm going to come back in and we'll color in the candles with all of these colors. Let's see, we'll do pink. And I'm going to do basically messy coloring. So I'll add some color, just go over on the raised areas, kind of as a guide. Add a little flame. I'm going to add a little orange to that flame. And I'm going to continue with all the rest of the colors. I finished up, and it's not perfect, but I just love how bright this is. I'm going to take this panel, we're going to go ahead and flip it around. I did dry it with my heat gun, and I did trim a little bit off the edges so it's just a little bit smaller than my card base. I'm going to take this and we will add this. Instead of adding this to a white card base, I'm going to add it to a piece of Fruit Punch cardstock. This is an A2 panel, and I think the colors are going to go fabulous with this. And then I'll take this embossed panel, put it on a white card base here. Let's flip this around. I just wanted a little bit of texture in this. For this card, I'm bringing in some more colored cardstock. I'm using Waterfall and Peridot, and I'm going to bring in my postage edge circles from Spellbinders. I'm going to cut out, let's see, we'll do this circle with the Peridot. I'm going to do this one with my Waterfall, and I am going to do this one with a piece of white cardstock. And I will be right back. Okay, so here are my circles. We're going to do some layering with them. I'm going to flip over my Waterfall and attach this. And then I'll add my white right down the center. I have a smudge on here, but that's okay because we're going to cover this up. And I'm going to cover it up with my, do we want today? We want Make-A-Wish. I'm going to cover it up with Make-A-Wish, and I'm going to use a thin foam square behind here. I'll just trim off the excess. If you guys want a really, really good pair of scissors, it's my favorite ever. Spellbinders has these scissors. The color is new. They're non-stick and they just cut like butter. I actually had, they're kind of big in price, but I promise you they'll be your favorite scissors. These are from Fun Stamper's Journey, and they're the same thing, but just with Spellbinders' name. And they're my favorite ever. I promise you, they are smooth and they glide and nothing sticks to them. Good pair of scissors. I'll link them down below if you want to check it out. But I have my sentiment that says Make-A-Wish. I'm going to place this on the bottom here. And then for this one, I'm going to add a present using a small foam square. And then maybe we should add some flowers here. I think I'm just going to add one present to this. I think that's going to work out great. Okay, I am going to take my tape runner, add some adhesive behind here, and this is just going to go right down the center of this card. I love the simplicity of this, love the way this looks. I'll take this panel, add some adhesive behind here, and then I'll tack this down to my card base. And that will finish this card. I am going to add a little sparkle, but I'll do that after we finish our second card. Second card is going to be pretty basic. I'm going to take both of our die cut panels, and again, if you want a cleaner edge with this die, color in, stamp 2 panels. Okay, I'm going to use some foam tape behind here, and we're going to pop it up and put them on here. I'm just making sure that they're centered and leaving a little bit of a gap. Lastly, I'm taking all of our die cut elements, putting foam adhesive behind here and behind my hand. Boy, I'm not having no luck. Okay, we'll add these. And we're just going to replace them. Finished replacing those. So now we have some dimension. And then we have our sentiment here. I'm going to add some foam tape behind this. And there's a perfect spot on this where this will fit. This says hip hip hooray, and I'll just place this down here. And then we're going to bring in, of course, some stickles. I'm bringing in my diamond stickles because diamond stickles are nice for a little sparkle. We'll just add a little sparkle over the flowers too. We'll spread the love out. Okay, I'm not going to do the balloons, but I am going to come over here and we're going to add a little sparkle to the dots on our present. And then I'm going to add a little sparkle to the flames on our embossed panel. In the close-up pictures, you're going to see that it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly inside those embossed areas. You can always call it organic. That's what I say. It's an organic card. Kind of went outside the lines. Those are my cards today using the Spellbinders Embossing Folder of the Month Club Kit and also the Clear Stamp and Die of the Month Club Kit. I hope this gives you some ideas on how to create with it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.